Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, November 30th, 2022. We have a pretty good storm front about to come through in probably the next 30 minutes. Now, I have no idea how much rain we're supposed to get, but we are going to have, looks like a pretty good rainstorm. And Emily said there's a tornado watch out for that front. So either way, we're up here by the storm ditch. You guys have seen a bunch of this, but it's just real pretty with the green grass. So figured we'd come up here. Well, obviously, it's the first significant rain that I'll be out here, which is weird, but we haven't had a lot of rain. To really see how this holds up, it's been holding up great, but that's not really the point of this video because we've talked about that enough. But coming over to here, to the parts of the pond that need to be addressed. I used to work as a lifeguard at a lake up in Indiana, Lake Lemon, and that lake had rolling hills kind of like this. I mean, bigger hills, but either way, when it would really rain, it would get little washouts, kind of like this guy here. That one's really not that big, but you know, just the contour of the land, it might be hard to see from the video, but the contour of the land's pretty wild. We've tried to, well, we smoothed it out. We just didn't get it flat. And I honestly have no idea. I said it. I have no idea how in the world to get this super flat. I'm sure we could hire people, pay tens of thousands of dollars, get a bulldozer in here, whatever. I don't know. Either way, the rolling hills don't really bother me. It'd be easy to mow, but the low spots kind of create creeks. The creeks start doing these little washouts. So what I have to do, and the point to this is what I've got to do is I've got to take the bucket to the tractor. I've got to go all the way to the back of the property, pick up a bucket of dirt, and then dump it into these little things. Now it continues to happen. So what I eventually do is build up a little berm. Now this is an area we had a landscape guy come in and dump a bunch of rock. And this is our most significant, obviously, runoff into the pond. But the rock's doing its job. You can see that now the water is still going through the rock and it's not moving any more dirt from up here down that way. So it's still washing out, which you can't prevent that unless you get an excavator, I guess. But no more dirt is moving into the pond, and that's really what we got to stop. Water needs to go in the pond, but I don't need dirt to go in there. So I got to figure out a way to stop the dirt from going. The guy we hired to do this, you don't even want to know what we paid him to just dump a bunch of truckloads of rock here and then sort of spread it. He also helped us smooth all this out. So it's not really a bad story. It's just, it cost a lot of money. So anyways, I'm going to start doing it myself, but it's one of those things. We haven't had much rain, so I haven't focused on it. But one of the areas that I did fix was this one right here. I keep passing it up because I'm trying to talk and think at the same time. So right here, I built up a small berm, planted a bunch of grass seed, and you can see where I filled this in, it no longer does it, but it does force more water to go down there. So I'd rather be dealing with one problem there than problem here, problem farther down there, problem down there. And then the slope of the ground here, there's a same issue down in that corner. Other than that, this whole area used to be washed out, and I've slowly fixed it, but it's, you know, it's a big pond. My brother, Kyle, he said when it's over 3 acres, it's a lake. So it's shallow, but I guess technically it's a lake. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna try and get some buckets of dirt, dump the dirt in the holes, try to build up a berm, and try to keep the washout at a minimum. And then eventually, once all this rock is filled up with dirt, this will be our main low spot, and it'll just be water washing off in there, which the rock's gonna just continue to sink, not go that way. It's my understanding. So show you what we do with the tractor. It's just gonna be noisy, but you guys always wonder what I do every day. Well, you're about to see. Like I said, it's gonna be noisy, so most of you will probably fast forward to this part, but I think it's just gonna be funny. I don't know, we'll see. touch anything again. So what we've got the tractor in high gear. It's a tractor, it doesn't go fast. So what I gotta do is I gotta meander back here to the back part of the property. Make sure I don't hit anything, like I said. Once I get back here, what I've got to do is I've got to obviously stop the tractor. I got to switch it from high gear to low gear. Once I'm in low gear, I can also put it in four-wheel drive. I need to adjust the bucket. Pretty much go at a pretty good force at your pile of dirt that you're trying to remove. You tilt and raise the bucket to try to achieve as much dirt in the bucket as possible. Once you've got that, you back away, and then you drive all the way back at a slower pace to the bucket of dirt. Four-wheel drive, the low gear, bucket's adjusted, sorta. Try to get as much dirt in the bucket as possible. So obviously stop the video to get a full bucket. Backed away. We're still in low gear. Can't really go fast with all this dirt because you're just going to lose it. But I take it out of four-wheel drive. Just kind of one, to keep the gears always moving, but two, just, I don't know, you don't need four-wheel drive when it's flat. But this is the painful part of my day, is I don't know, we're probably going 3 miles an hour. So when you've got to go all the way up here for the pond and dump dirt way up there to fix that storm ditch, it's just pretty boring. There's a bunch of metal we collected, found a shoe. Once you get up here, like I said, find one of those washouts, dump the bucket of dirt in there, smooth it out a little bit, and then repeat. So another minute or two has passed. I figured I'd save you guys the slowness of the video a little bit. Anyways, once we're up here, I find that spot that I want to fill in. I'm gonna go for this one right here. Kind of see that area right there. Dump the dirt in it. And that one's gonna probably take a couple loads of dirt. Like I said, kind of the painful part of it is the slow drive up here, but obviously put headphones in, listen to music, contemplate life, I guess. But anyways, good time. I say it's a painful experience, but most of you know I was a boat captain in the scuba diving industry for a long time. So driving the tractor is not much different than driving a dive boat. You bounce around a lot, the smell of diesel fumes. Whole 9 yards. You just don't have the ocean view, but got a beautiful view of the pond or lake here at Deer Run Farm.